MLB teams that probably don't need Lance Lynn. The war of words between MLB's owners and players is escalating as most of the winter's top free agents linger on the market with spring training only days away. And while the risk and price tags, even at the apparent 2018 discount rate, associated with elite starting pitchers Yu Darvish and Jake Arrieta may scare clubs away if they're not banking on contention this season, practically every team in the league could stand to upgrade its rotation in some way. At this point, neither Lance Lynn nor Alex Cobb seems likely to ink the type of deal they probably hoped for at the offseason's outset, but that reality makes their continued joblessness increasingly peculiar. If so many teams could use them, why has no team signed them? Neither pitcher is perfect, of course. Lynn, a solidly above-average and durable big league starter from 2012 to 2015, missed all of 2016 due to Tommy John surgery. He enjoyed excellent results upon his return in 2017 and threw 186 1/3 effective innings, but his rate stats looked less impressive across the board in his first season back from surgery. Still, Lynn's 2017 workload and outcome, combined with his history of mostly good health, suggest Lynn, at 30 years old, would upgrade a bunch of presumptive contenders in the back end of the rotation or provide valuable innings to a rebuilding club looking to take strain off its young arms. Cobb can't match Lynn's history of durability, but he threw 179 1/3 strong innings for Tampa Bay in 2017 and has been good whenever he has been healthy throughout his career. He, too, appears apart to help many competitive clubs and rebuilders alike in 2018. But the headline of this post is about Lance Lynn, so we'll focus on Lynn. Here are the 6 major league teams that probably don't need Lance Lynn: Justin Verlander and Dallas Keuchel. App photo, David J. Phillip with Jared Cole joining Dallas Keuchel and Justin Verlander in the World Champions rotation. A host of good options for the 4th and 5th spots, and a handful of promising arms on the rise in the system. The Astros probably don't need Lance Lynn. Certainly if Lance Lynn wanted to join the Astros on a volunteer basis, he would improve them in some capacity, and presumably A.J. Hinch could get creative to find him plenty of innings. But the Astros are so stacked with starting pitching that Lynn isn't much of an upgrade to their rotation. I did not expect to include Arizona on this list, but the D-backs will return the entirety of a rotation put together a quietly excellent and excellently healthy season in 2017. And all but Patrick Corbin are under contract through at least 2020. Like all pitching staffs, theirs has its history of injuries, but they've got a few promising, near-ready arms set to open the year at Class AAA, a top pitching prospect in John Duplantier who dominated Class Advanced hitters last season, and the return of Shelby Miller on the horizon around mid-season. They probably don't need Lance Lynn. Though the rebuilding Detroit team appears to be going nowhere fast, the Tigers won't be nearly as reliant on young starters in the rotation in the immediate future as other clubs expected to land near the bottom of the standings. Lynn would certainly make their starting rotation better, but the Tigers will want to use starting spots behind Michael Fulmer to see if they can get Jordan Zimmerman right and further assess the likes of Matt Boyd and Daniel Norris. And they already signed Mike Fiers to a major league deal to chew up some innings. So the Tigers probably don't need Lance Lynn. Joe Nicholson, USA Today Sports. Cleveland had the best starting staff in the majors in 2017, and all 7 guys who started games for them last season will return to the fold for this one. There's some uncertainty behind Corey Kluber and Carlos Carrasco, undoubtedly, and a case could be made that Lynn will pitch better than a couple of the candidates for the Indians' 5th starter job. But they've got more questions in the outfield than on the mound. They've got enough starting options that they should find good ones even in the case of an injury or two, and they've got a dude named Bieber, no joke, who struck out 162 batters while walking only 10 in 173 1/3 innings of work across 3 minor league levels last season. Lance Lynn might make them better, but they probably don't need Lance Lynn. By trading away Cole and Andrew McCutchen this winter, the Pirates signified that they have no plans to return to contention in 2018. But beyond Ivan Nova, a potential trade target entering the second season of a team-friendly 3-year deal. They still have a stable of serviceable arms set for the rotation while a handful of intriguing prospects develop below them. Chad Kuhl, Trevor Williams and Jameson Taillon are all in their mid-20s and under team control through 2022, and all performed at about league average rates in 2017. The Pirates presumably still have hope for Tyler Glasnow, who got torched in his big league stints last season but dominated Class AAA ball, and they'll likely give rotation time to Joe Musgrove after acquiring him in the Cole deal. The Pirates would finish with a better record if they had Lance Lynn, but he wouldn't make them a postseason contender or help accomplish their long-term goals, so they probably don't need him. Could the Rays use Lance Lynn if they have designs on contention? Probably, but even after losing Cobb to free agency, they've got a fairly deep stable of options for their starting staff and most of them pitched pretty well last season. Chris Archer and Jake Odorizzi have long been rumored available in trades, which would make Lynn more useful for eating innings but also less necessary for winning ball games. They've got a host of arms with big upside said to open the year in the back of the big league rotation or one step away in Class AAA, so maybe they don't need Lance Lynn either. But that's really it. Benching Malcolm Butler was another stroke of genius from Bill Belichick. In theory Tom Brady stopped to congratulate Eagles rookie after Super Bowl. He was super cool. Tom Brady stopped to congratulate Eagles rookie after Super Bowl. He was super cool. FTW explains, why is there a car in space right now? Kevin Hart breaks down how many drinks he had at the Super Bowl in hilarious Instagram video.